I'm Nikki. Why do I like pizza but not broccoli? Why do we like some things and not others? And more importantly, why don't we all like the same things? Our food preferences are outgrowth of the survival instinct we share with other animals. Rats cannot vomit, so when they eat something, it stays with them forever. To avoid poisoning, when a rat encounters an unfamiliar taste, it will just nibble the food and walk away. It then waits up to 24 hours to see if the bite will make it sick. If it does, it will avoid similar flavors in the future. For rats, being picky about what they eat is very important because it keeps them alive. Human taste has evolved in a similar way. The senses of smell and taste evolved to help us identify nutritious from poisonous foods. Besides sweet and bitter, which are the most obvious, our tongue distinguishes three other main taste qualities: salty, sour, and umami, which is Japanese for rounded, rich, and savory all in one, like soy sauce. These basic taste qualities, along with smell and touch, allow us to recognize many different flavors. Children develop food preferences through exposure and association. When children eat certain foods early and often, the chances are high that they will like that kind of food when they grow up. Also, when a child eats certain food while feeling sick, happy, irritated, or any other emotion, it may associate that flavor with that feeling. Even as adults, if we try certain food several times, we might start to like it, even if we were not the biggest fans of it at the beginning. But there has to be a positive connection to similar flavors as a child. That explains why we can't stand some foods, no matter how many times we tried it. There are more reasons why we like certain foods. They may be part of our culture, location, or even race. Quality of our tastes also plays an important role in food preferences. Super tasters tend to like mild or bland foods, while non-tasters like spicy foods. There are also medium tasters, which are somewhere in the middle, and as you probably already guessed, they are the most common. However, super tastum isn't that rare at all. Around 25% of all people belong to that category. But food is not the only thing we have taste in. Movies and music are influenced by our taste too. Let's talk about music first. Music is very powerful. While we're listening to a song we particularly like, our brain releases dopamine, and that is chemical triggered artificially by drugs or naturally by making love, eating amazing food, or just enjoying something too much. Gamblers and alcoholics' brain also release it while they're gambling or drink alcohol, respectively. But that is not the beginning. Actually, that is the end of process of liking a song, so let's go back a bit. Similar as foods, our brain also created musical memory templates, which are based on previous musical experiences we've had. Depending on what styles of music your brain has recorded, it will choose to reactivate them or not, while it is hearing a new piece of music. Your brain's pleasure center predicts how you will feel from a song based on similar rhythms you heard. For example, if you never heard a classical music before, the first time you hear it, the odds are you will be bored, because your brain doesn't have a template to match it to. This explains why even a new band that fits under a genre you're familiar with is very easily enjoyed. We also go through different phases with our musical preference. Imagine the music you're currently really enjoying. Was your brain always producing out dopamine from that style of structure sound? Odds are probably not. If your brain originally disliked it and produced no positive responses, what made you start listening to that type of music in the first place? The answer is simple: friends. Music is like a language. It is a social tool that has produced a powerful effect on cultures all across the world. When people around you, like your family, friends, or co-workers, are repetitively listening to a certain music, you will eventually catch on, and your brain will create a musical template for that style. The story with movies is very similar, but somewhat deeper. We also like genres of movies we're used to, and friends and family also influence it, but we like movies about certain topics, which are related to us in some way, maybe by job, skills, or even age. That is why movies for teens always have teens in them, or at least adult actors play teen characters. Men like action movies, where heroes win in the end, and women like love stories, where they end up happily ever after, and even sad ones which affect their emotions and senses, which is similar to why some people like horror movies. And I talked about it in my previous video. In the end, it seems that all our preferences are just our experiences, and many of them are even created by accident. Since we have taste for everything, we choose our friends or even partners by our and their taste for all different kinds of things. And they change our lives so significantly. So, does our childhood determine our destiny? Are all choices we're going to make predetermined? Does future already exist? Or do we still make it every day? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.